5 after a gain of 5.
Ball carrier. The tackle.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
On second down, Swift. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Oh, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Third down, here comes Swift. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Taking it about the 16. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey, and he plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years, so he is a defense's nightmare because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you guard him with a defensive back, a linebacker? Whatever you do, he tends to have the answer himself and ends up making big plays.
13 yards, first down, Panthers. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And some room to work. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 39 yards there, a big one. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. This is McCaffrey. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Bridgewater. This is caught, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Devin Funchess, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Panthers add on to their lead. It's up and good, 15-0 here in the first quarter.
Makes the score Panthers 15, Lions nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
From the return, the Lions take over 1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
With the score, Panthers.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 36. Stafford, that's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st down, Detroit.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brown brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Stafford able to get this complete to Swift, his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Field goal, a 58-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this team, has got to be priority 1.
And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Tag down back at the 14-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 89 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. They needed a yard, they got it. First down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Now creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and 6. Throwing is Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a couple on what should be the final play of the first half.
2 yards.
4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It'll be Lions football to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Whitney Merciless, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down for the Lions. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 32.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will be taken at the 13. 54 yards on the punt there, 15 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he'll air this one, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
The Etor Gross Matos there to bring him down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Once again, it's Swift. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 11-yard line.
To throw is Bridgewater. And that's incomplete.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
51, Mike 51. Big stop, dude. Big stop. Let's go.
From From the gun, Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first and 10, it's Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He was tackled.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football. I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
On first down, Swift. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
He's brought down by Shaq Thompson.
On second and 9, Stafford gets it quickly to Galladay. Touchdown, Detroit! Kenny Galladay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Panthers 22, Lions 15. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
By the Lions.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
He's brought down by
just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4 minutes.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Pardon me, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Touchdown.
DeAndre Swift, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. His throw incomplete. Well, Charles, there's a couple of things at play here. I don't understand why you don't just kick the PAT to tie it this late in the 4th. If you are going to go for it, though, why the fake kick from the 15?
No explanation that I have will make any...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a 1-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this? Or this
I put a star. I put a star. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
7-yard line.
Time with Swift. And for a 2nd straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Stafford. You have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 28-yard attempt.
Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, so a chance to take the lead here in this 4th quarter, but he couldn't get this one on target.
Everything looked good. The snap, the hold, even the distance. The only thing off, the most important part, the accuracy.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Bridgewater. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
An 8-yard loss brings up 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Bridgewater to throw. Oh, and disaster strikes here. This is going to be a safety in the final minute, and the defense may have just won this ball game.
Today's final score, Lions.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Lions, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for our entire crew,